Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 415. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Heyo.
And a still image of Tony Korkanakis.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? For those watching this, welcome, listeners.
Will be
fine. Listeners that have no idea. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to 415 of the Moviecast. We have a lot of movie news to talk about, and my computer is running extremely bad. So I apologize if there's very poor video quality in this podcast, but I have to... It's like the carpenter's house is the only thing that's broken, right? Isn't that the saying? Or something like that. So it's like the plumber's house. It's here. You know, we work on computers. I work on computers all day, and my computer doesn't work well right now. So I'll be working on that. But anyways, let's get into the box office. Night School opened at number 1, 27.4 million. Not a great opening for it, I think. It's okay, I guess. But it did open at number 1. Ahead of Smallfoot at 23. And The House with a Clock in Its something or other. A Simple Favor and The Nun. I don't know what I'm not going to say the whole title. I'm just not.
It's one word that you're missing. It's walls. That's
whatever.
it.
I only get the ... on the phone. So I have to use this on my phone because my computer's running so poorly right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, okay box office this week. Last week. Opening this week is Venom. And that's what I want to get to. That's why I don't mean to skirt through this box office, but we got a lot of content for you. And Venom is one of them I wanted to talk about real quick because we haven't seen it yet. But the early feedback is not very positive. I've heard references to this movie should have come out in the year 2000, and what was the other one? Like
Catwoman level.
Catwoman level bad was another tweet I saw.
Ooh.
That's bold. I mean, I've seen it. Trust me, I lost a bet to one of you. I can't remember who it was, but I've seen it. It's bad.
Sure, it is.
It's just ridiculous bad. So,
Fantastic Four levels bad though.
what's one?
Fantastic Four, the new one, because that's probably one of the worst movies ever.
Really? So that trumps Catwoman?
I haven't seen Catwoman, so I can't compare, but
I would guess Catwoman is worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a movie that I do want to see, and the fact that they're still hiding the movie score is usually pretty telling, right?
2 more hours.
Yeah. We'll see what that opens up at. This is not an opening weekend thing for me. Plus, this weekend we have Comic-Con. So, I've got a bunch of stuff going on this weekend anyway, so I can't... I'm only going to be at Comic-Con one day this year, which, it's... I get to go a day, which is fine. That'll probably hopefully change for next year. Actually, we're changing the days already. Friday, Saturday would have been so much easier. But, so we got Comic-Con this weekend. And then next week, maybe I'll check out Venom myself, because I got to use this AMC A-list thing. So I have to use it, so I'm going to go see this. So, but anyways, anything else you guys want to hear about Venom?
Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
not really.
Let's move on. How about that? So, movie news. Here's what we start with. Well, we'll start with Kathleen Kennedy, because that's the first one I scrolled to. She got re-signed through 2021 to lead Star Wars into the 2021 year. Into the 2020s.
I thought that was old news. No?
Is it?
No,
that was just
Diesel.
yesterday, I thought. So, they just announced that. Maybe that it was expected for her to resign, but, and she's got a lot to...
Yeah, maybe
not
they were
if
talking
you
about it.
have salty fanboys.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot to handle now with the TV shows coming out, too.
TV show. Yeah,
I mean, this is...
streaming.
Mike, you'll appreciate this. I think we're actually going to get a connected universe with the Marvel TV shows.
We are.
I think we'll get more of a connected universe than we see with the... not the Marvel, the Star Wars TV shows. Than we saw with the Marvel ones. So I said that backwards.
Well, that's part of the appeal that Star Wars has had for so long. Is that every little story, even though...
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Even though many of them got erased, more or less, but at the time at least, all these stories counted towards the same universe and didn't contradict anything that was set in stone already. Yeah. So that's what Star Wars, that's what a big giant shared universe, that's the goal. Everything wants to be like Star Wars, really, how it originally was.
So this is what's going to, the cartoons have already really done this. They've already kept it pretty close, more so than Marvel TV shows have done, and Netflix shows. So this will continue on, I would assume. Even easier when you have your streaming universe going to coordinate with everything.
Well, I think that's going away now because they've already announced, I think I don't know if we talked about it, but the lesser characters that get their own movie, like Loki and Scarlet Witch, are getting their own TV series.
I remember you saying that today. Yeah, so that's we didn't talk about that, so that's official.
Right. So if the streaming service umbrella stuff, that TV stuff, if that falls outside of what's his name, Ike Perlmutter, then we're probably golden because he's the guy that's like been fucking over the whole shit to begin with. Like it's just him and his feud with fucking Feige.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, all right. That would be great. That would be awesome. Let's see. Let's pick another bit of news out of here. Gambit. The Gambit producer calls the X-Men, its X-Men spin-off movie a romantic comedy.
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It's all right. This is never coming out anyways.
No, I agree. This gets canceled. I still say Dark Phoenix has a good shot to get canceled. And nothing. I absolutely 100% that
Now, why would that be getting? We just got a trailer last week, didn't we, Jim?
I don't care. And apparently neither does
we just
Fox.
got a trailer.
Sure,
right?
we did. So
what
how
did the trailer say?
It said February. What was it? 19th release date. February 16th. Was the release date? No, it's not that date anymore. For those who watched that trailer and haven't heard this news, that movie got delayed already to June 7th now.
Actually, I think that's.
What's that?
Yeah, that's. No, I was gonna say I think it's actually better for it that it's moved.
Oh, absolutely. But
maybe. I mean, it's a lot. Wait, it's better that it's around the summer competition.
It's after
most in the summer.
It's not after most of it. It's in the summer. There's a lot of summer movies. There's a lot of competition. I think that's worse for it.
it's sandwiched in between all the big movies. Like, if this actually gets released in theaters, it has no chance. It's gonna flop.
Yeah, it's being officially sent to die.
It's gonna get soloed. It's gonna get soloed. 1,000,000%.
If it does what Solo did, I'd think that'd be okay for it.
Yeah.
If it opens that like
Solo
80 something million, I'd be like, wow, that's pretty good for this movie.
You're right.
All right, that's the ceiling. That's the ceiling on this.
This
I
won't
still
open that
doubt it's gonna do well.
But
No,
I think it's better just because like it's gonna give them more time to like touch up special effects and
if you're talking about the movie quality, I mean, sure, yeah.
I don't necessarily know about box office, but this is the end of the series, and I'm assuming they're gonna try to kill off as many people as possible.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to do that at all. I think it's just going to be whatever it was. Throw it out there.
That's the end. This is the end of this series. Like
the end of this series was Days of Future Past or Logan. This other shit doesn't matter.
No, it's got the same actors, so it's a continuation.
Not really. It has some of the same actors.
Considering
that much.
Well, considering it was a full-on reboot of the universe.
Yeah, with all these young kid actors who were still like 23 now.
What I'm saying is we're getting a Dark Phoenix now in the 90s rather than X-Men 3. So this movie
is it different than X-Men 3 though? Is it?
No, but this movie solidifies the reboot status.
The premise of this looks very similar to X3 from the trailer.
Well,
that's what happened.
What I'm saying.
You hire the same guy to do the movie. It's like, hey, remember when you fucked up that movie that time? Yeah. You know what? You get a second chance. You get a mulligan.
And he does it again.
I just don't see the point of like it doing it again when it's the same story.
Right. There's no build up to it.
Yeah. No.
I mean, all we got was like a little glimpse of it in Apocalypse, and that was it. And then now we're gonna go straight into the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I think that that's the thing. I think that it's this movie's being sent to die, but I think that they knew that this was going to be the ending of their series anyways. I think this was already planned, so I think we expect a lot of deaths.
I just can't see that when you recast with. This is like the third movie for all these young actors now.
That's fine.
Yeah, but you're not bringing them. None of these actors are getting brought over.
I know, but when this was started, they were thinking.
Jennifer Lawrence dying. She doesn't want any part of this movie anymore.
I think a lot of the major characters are dead. I think Jean Grey's character, what's her name, Sophie Turner. She gets killed. I think that. Like you said, Jennifer Lawrence's character's whatever. Well, Raven, she gets destroyed. I think she's killed. I think that Professor X also gets killed. I think that let's see, what else do we have?
Magneto will
die. I think
It's like, you know what? You betrayed us for like the 10th time, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and kill you, dude. Because like, I don't know. I haven't seen Apocalypse.
It's bad.
But I
Don't have to
imagine
see
he
that.
betrayed them in that movie too. And it's like every single fucking movie, he betrays them. Every single movie.
Actually, I don't think Magneto betrays them in this.
No.
He just starts off is on the other side, and he
just
comes
chooses,
back.
Yeah, he chooses that side, and then
He actually
decides to.
goes the other way.
Yeah.
He betrays the bad guys.
Oh,
He's always
does he?
betraying
Yeah.
somebody.
He is
Alright.
betraying somebody, but yes.
But he doesn't
But,
backstab them again at the end. Like,
No.
No.
no, he doesn't. Wow,
No.
wow, look at that. But he's
But he
always
does
betraying.
kill millions of people, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
he does.
oh.
Don't worry. All right, let's move on. That was a big gambit, by the way, being a romantic comedy. That's what we started with. This was.
Yeah.
Well, this is the reason Gambit's not going to be ready to. This is the Gambit release date that they got moved to,
Well, Gambit's not coming out, so it doesn't.
and
matter.
that's why we're getting this movie in June
Yeah, if we.
because Gambit's not coming out.
We're not getting this movie. This movie.
It sucks though. Battle Angel Alita gets moved into.
Yeah, that was shocking. I guess they didn't like what people were maybe screened it. They didn't like what they saw. Maybe they wanted a little more cook time for the
No, it
special
wasn't about
effects.
that. It was because of Gambit. Everything they just moved everything, so they had spots that they had spots for.
They can get it out of December.
no. So what's going in its place is Deadpool 2 PG-13.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
So I think they made a wise decision and said, you know what? Let's give Battle Angel a little bit more reason, because the thing is, it was sandwiched right next to Bumblebee, which I think is looking spectacular, and the reception online has been pretty good, and Aquaman, which the jury's still out. So
Yes, jury's way out. They haven't even opened the door. They haven't come back. They're down the street. They're having lunch already. So
They're doing a Pauly Shore.
yeah,
It's like
they're sneaking out of the building. What was I going to say now? Oh yeah, the not Aquaman, but Bumblebee. Bumblebee does look very good, actually. I like the look of that. I think that I heard that Gen 1 Optimus Prime will be in that movie. I'm pretty psyched to see this.
yeah.
So
And
yeah.
apparently they're actually using this as a soft reboot of the series. So
Yes, yeah, and I like that idea. I think because I don't like what they've done the last few movies. I think it feels very repetitive the last few movies, and I'm not like saying I'm watching these things for the stories, but when you watch a popcorn flick and notice just how shitty the story has been, that's it should you shouldn't be able to notice it. You know what I mean? So
well, Bay he stuck around with the franchise way too long. It's like, dude, you need to like let somebody else do this now.
yes, yeah. So all right, what else do we have? We've got the Titans trailer. I saw that today. Oh,
I didn't even bother to watch it.
Was there anything worse than fuck Batman?
He didn't.
Well, I mean, I thought you would love that part. That's like the best part for most people.
He didn't actually say that in the trailer, did he?
They cut that out.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't know.
Wow.
But it looks so awful. Like
It looks really bad. The special effects when Starfire's throwing fire, I was like, this looks horrible.
I don't mind Starfire being an African American woman. I don't mind that at all. I just don't understand why they have to make her look like a $10 hooker.
How do you know what a $10 hooker looks like?
Yeah, I was going to think that actually. I think the bigger lead here is that question.
You know what you do in your personal life this is up to you guys. That's you don't have to judge me.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not judging. I'm just asking how you know.
In other news, Netflix acquired the international rights for DC's streaming service, so they can stream the DC
With this
shows
show.
internationally. Yeah, with this show only.
Well, this show specifically is what they
Okay.
meant.
I thought they did all of DC's universe stuff.
Might be internationally for
Yeah.
everything.
That's just confusing, but okay.
Oh, you know what's interesting though? Sorry, I just remembered this. Going back real quick, I know you're a Legion fan there, Mike. They mention in Legion Red Hook and what happened at Red Hook, and the Phoenix saga takes place in Red Hook.
Well, I remember. First of all, I'm screwed
thought it
on
was
Legion
kinda-
because
so
I
they are connecting those series.
they mentioned the Shi'ar earlier in Legion too, which I thought was cool.
Cool.
So they're
But,
doing more with that hashtag all connected than freaking Marvel is
Yeah,
now, which is kind of. But anyway, going back to
Where were we? That's the. Where were we on Titans? We're done with Titans.
Let's
move on.
Back to,
Let's go. Let's talk about.
Everyone will be done with Titans soon enough.
Let's stay with Netflix though. Let's stay with Netflix. Netflix is finally going to release their their interactive TV shows. The Choose Your Own Adventure show.
That was what Minecraft Story Mode was from Telltale, which we talked about last week, and how they were closing down. That was one of the first ones that was supposed to be on the service.
Yeah. Now they're using that, is it Black Mirror? That's what it's called, that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
It's a Twilight Zone for 21st century.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen the one Star Trek episode for it, which was just freaking weird. It's just freaking creepy. But yeah, it's a Twilight Zone for this generation, and but they're gonna allow you to choose your own ending. So essentially, you can watch the story unfold and choose how you want to see it end, kind of thing. You know, pick A, B, and C. You know,
Do you choose
I mean,
it? Or
it's
do
just
you
moving
choose-
Netflix towards the gaming. Like, I think Netflix is going to have like games on their
you think
service.
so? All right. I mean, they were tinkering with it, obviously, so
Yeah.
they might. I mean, not from Telltale, but they might. Sorry, but I heard more about that. Okay, we can't talk about that on this podcast. No, Gamecast. Sorry, I want to talk more about that. Don't let me forget, because I didn't put that on the news. I should write that down. Let's see. Zack Snyder confirms that Batman died in his original DCEU plans. So in the last movie, he dies. He's originally going to do
But what's the last movie?
Who knows?
Exactly. Like, what does that mean? Like, it means nothing.
Oh, but he confirmed it. I thought he meant like the Batman.
Is
The
it
Justice
the last
League.
movie he made, or the
I
last
thought it
movie
meant
he's
in
made?
the
No.
Justice League. I thought he was talking
No,
about.
I think he probably meant in whatever his original plans were. Had he not been impeded by everything, it probably would have ended
There's
with
a-
something like that.
There's an actor rumor to be playing Batman, but it's so thin that I just didn't want to put it on the news. So but there's a rumor flying around about a new actor playing Batman, younger. For Batman
Okay,
year,
well, you gotta
Batman,
say it now. I mean, you
Batman
can't
year
tease
one.
people.
Well, I don't remember the name of the actor. I've never heard of him.
Oh, okay. So it's like a Han Solo situation. Some random guy. Nobody
yeah.
cares
Let me see
about.
if I can get like next Batman.
But at least
actor.
Batman's has been played by a bunch of people already. So.
It's not John Hamm. I can tell you that. It was some like younger guy. Where was I reading? It was on Coming Soon, I think. But
Okay.
Whatever.
it's really I can't. Yeah, it's fine. So let's see. And Wheel of Time series gets greenlit from Amazon. The Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
I like that. Those book series were excellent. It's what makes everybody so afraid of Game of Thrones with George Martin, because the author unfortunately passed away during writing these books.
Yeah, but actually, the
Brandon Sanderson's
stuff was better than the
Boy,
Robert stuff.
you're gonna anger a lot of people saying that, but I do agree with you.
I don't
do
care.
agree with
I
you.
don't-
Respectfully to everybody else out there, I do agree with Corey. I think that Robert Jordan, while he was great, was very long-winded with getting to things. So
Yeah,
it
and
would,
not to say that it was bad, Robert Jordan stuff.
No,
and
it was a great story.
Laid the foundation. It's just like, you have somebody who created a universe, a story, a world, and then you have someone else who has somewhat of a different take, but also using the material that was given to him and like the outline and just fleshing it out a little bit. And he's a better like painter of a story as far as storytelling
he
goes.
didn't need 75 pages to get to the story to start. Like I remember reading the first book of Wheel of Time, where 75 pages, nothing happens. It's like one of those RPGs when you're playing you're playing an RPG and you have to wait like 10 hours for it to start. Same idea with his books. So
I mean, in the end, like I wouldn't mind if, like, God forbid, George R. R. Martin dies and cannot finish the series. I wouldn't mind seeing someone else finish it. I'd like to see an ending to it.
Yeah,
we're gonna get it in the show, so there's that. But
yeah,
it'd be interesting.
Well, that's what I skipped over a little bit. Jon Snow's dire wolf will return for the final season.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't die, and we never saw him. So
no, I just been pissed that he's been missing, because where the fuck is the
budget.
wolf?
I mean,
Where are
dragons.
I don't give a shit. Where are the wolves? The wolves are key.
Wolf. There's
Now.
only 2 left.
Yeah. They were supposed to be the key to all of this. But, yeah, we'll see what happens in the books. I really hope that... I don't know why, but I'm getting this bad feeling about HBO's finale. To the point where I'm like, I feel like I'll watch that and hope that Martin does a better ending in his books. Which we'll never get, but I hope he does. I don't know why, but I have this... Because I also know that nothing can... and nothing has a good finale. Nothing. I can't... it's so
Avatar:
many...
Last Airbender. That's my go-to.
Yeah, but like it's so hard. And I understand how hard it is. I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do to end a show, to end something properly and to give everybody what they wanted. But it's like
even Galleon was a perfect ending, dude.
Yeah, how many times did they try this? Maybe the eighth time? Yeah. I know it was a joke, but it's like, that series was so good, and God, what a bad ending. And then they fixed it, and then they fixed it again, and then they fixed it again. Anyways, don't want to get into that. All right. That's it for news. Let's get into what we've been up to, because I didn't open with that like we have been. I forgot all about opening with what we've been up to. So, Mike, kick us off.
Okay. So this might be controversial, but Iron Fist Season 2 is the best Marvel Netflix season since Daredevil Season 2.
Daredevil Season 3 is coming October 19th.
I know. First of all, so I finished it.
Okay.
I forgot it was only 10 episodes. Nice. So I'm there at episode...
Good. That's shorter.
I know. I forgot it was only 10, so I'm there at episode 8-ish, and I'm just like, all right, so how are they going to, like, drag this out and make it stupid again? And then I'm like, oh, wait, there's only... It says on the season finale for, like, the 10th episode, and unlike every other episode of that I watched this, I actually binged. I watched 2 episodes in a row, which is more than I normally like to do at once. Mm-hmm. So I actually did it, and there's certainly things that are dumb about it, and a lot of it is inherited from the previous season that I didn't like. Mm-hmm. Basically, the biggest thing is what I talked about before, with Joy being like evil for some reason now. But I like how it ended. It did something pretty different, and the very end like the very end, like almost like the very last thing you see was just like made me excited about the next season of Iron Fist, surprisingly. So yeah, I mean, I was pretty surprised. It definitely has some problems, definitely a little bit of the unnecessary relationship drama that happens in all these shows, where like people are just like, we can't be together for unknown reasons. It's like, why? But anyway, but other than that, definitely like better. The first like upswing in a Netflix series that I've watched in a while. Good. Because Luke Cage season 2 and Jessica Jones.
It's hard to get worse than Iron Fist season 1.
No, yeah, I mean, you really can only go up. You hope. I mean, I really can't go down. I don't think. I just don't.
Yeah. So
that makes me excited, because I mean, the Iron Fist, the original Iron Fist season 1 was one of my most anticipated ones when they first announced it.
Yeah, I remember that. So, all right. Anything else, Mike? Good.
No, that was it. But yeah, I would recommend giving this one a try.
Okay. Tony?
Nothing.
All right. No. Corey?
I watched Ocean's 8.
Oh, cool.
Which was the obviously the Sandra Bullock starring Ocean's movie, and I was a little disappointed in it. Like,
yeah, really?
Yeah, I felt that it just like treaded way too close to the original Ocean's movies.
Really? Oh.
To the point where they used the exact same situation at one point in like the exact same way. I'm like, really? Like you couldn't just done your own thing a little bit more? And then I'm
trying to think of what you're talking about. I thought they were pretty original with most of it. I'm not saying all of it, but I thought they were pretty original with most of it.
Yeah, no, well, I mean...
You talk about somebody hiding?
No, not that part, but it's just like someone's like, you know, you're doing this because of somebody else, and like, if you're doing this, I'm not going to do this with you, type of thing. I'm like, really? Yeah, it's like the exact same like speech that Brad Pitt gives. And then I just felt like I liked the fact the original Oceans, like you knew they were stealing from someone who was a bad person. Like and here they're just criminals.
Oh,
like,
really?
It's just, to me, that's what it felt like. It's like even like at one point it says like, we're doing this for the girl that dreams of being a criminal one day. It's like there's no like redemption story aspect to it, really. It just seemed like there was. To me, it just felt like they didn't really have a purpose other than trying to get rich. So, so I was a little disappointed in that, and I thought it'd be a little more clever as well. But I think that they could do better. Is what I'm left with after watching it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's about it?
No, yeah, that's pretty much the only new thing.
I watched Death of Superman. Corey, you watched that, right? We talked about that already.
Yeah.
It was good. I actually liked it. It was more drawn out than Doomsday was, the movie that came out a long time ago. I didn't like the New 52 art mixed into it because it's not what I remember from the comic book, so I didn't like that part of it. I also didn't like Batman's voice because it's not Kevin Conroy. And it was good though. I look forward to the sequel, which they are making. It should come out summer of 2019, I think. So I liked it.
Well, you can't keep them dead,
No.
Bring them back.
And the other thing I watched, I'm not done with it yet. I have like 20 minutes left of the last episode. Is I went through American Vandal season 2 on Netflix. It's that mockumentary. Did anybody watch the first season?
No, I know about it.
It's like crude humor.
You talked about it when you watched it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first season. I thought it was hilarious, especially because it plays on Making a Murderer and all that stuff. It plays on those shows. And they did it again with this one. And this one, the first one was done with like, penis jokes, because that's the guy drew the dicks. Who did the dicks was the question. And this one, it's the turd burglar. So it's about like, it's more poop jokes. So if you don't like, if you think poop jokes are shit, then don't watch this. Get it?
Yeah, I was like,
I worked on that one.
You were trying to get there this whole time, weren't you?
I was like, how am I going to turn this into that? But yeah, it's. I actually enjoy it. They're only 30-minute episodes, so I like breezed through this season real quick, like today. Essentially, I had it on.
Digestible.
Yeah, I watched it while I was working today. I was like working on the server problem, and I'm like, I had it on the other screen, so it was nice. I had that on there, and it's fine. I mean, it's got the same kind of beats as the first season, and I like them, but I understand like this humor's not for everybody. This one, especially this season, because a lot of people don't like. Some people don't like poop jokes and stuff, and that kind of grosses them out. Because there's some explosive diarrhea in this season, so it basically starts off with somebody basically poisoning the school to make them all shit themselves. That's the yeah. So that's how it starts out. So it's good, but whatever. And that's pretty much it. So
cool. I
think that's going to wrap up this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast@allycangeek.net. We're gonna end on poop. Follow us on Twitter, AYCG, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, tune into the Gamecast, tune into the spoiler casts. We got a bunch of stuff coming up for you. Tune in next week. We'll have a topic back for you. We didn't do it this week because we have a spoiler cast this week. Look for that.
Here's a hint. The top is going to be near Comic-Con.
Yes, yeah, obviously. So, all right, see you next week.